BC Hydro wants to pull the plug on a program that promotes solar power. Homeowners who install solar panels can earn extra credit for putting their excess power back on the grid. But Hydro officials say some people have been abusing that program, making thousands by selling it back to BC Hydro. It's asking the Utilities Commission to cancel those buybacks, but critics are now pushing back, saying there's no more incentive to go green.
Some of our customers want to produce more than what they consume, and then once a year Hydro cuts a check. Well, that check is no longer there for them, so the payback is no longer there because large-scale solar farms will no longer be viable in BC.
He's just installed solar panels on this bungalow, and like 1,400 other customers, more power is now being produced than used.
That's the meter going backwards because a customer, and here you can see how many kilowatts a customer has pushed back to the grid.
So they've sold that back to BC Hydro?
Yes.
But BC Hydro doesn't want most of the power it's buying back and has applied to the BC Utilities Commission to unplug the program.
I think that basically now anybody willing to produce more than they consume, there's no more payback. So there's no more, large-scale solar farms that we can have here in BC.
The problem, according to Hydro, is a very few customers are making a business out of the existing program, collecting $50,000 a year for power Hydro really can't use.
Part of the concern is that it might be a small problem now, but it could continue to grow. And the concern is that what happens when more and more customers get off the grid, who pays for the infrastructure? Who pays for the maintenance of the infrastructure?
Because even large private solar arrays still rely on BC Hydro's grid. But critics say other utilities worldwide are finding ways to integrate renewable energy.
If we're using a very simple mechanism like we have today, then that's true. It cannot be relied upon. It's quite common in Europe. Those grids can manage that type of power infrastructure quite easily. We can do the same. We can learn from them. We can use their management systems.
This is also a very small problem. To put it into perspective, when one cruise ship docks at Canada Place and plugs into shore power, the fact is that all the solar power now installed in BC wouldn't be enough to power it.